you all for being with us across the country tonight. Now, tonight, go Tom, right. Tonight is the night that we've all been waiting for. Yeah, right. The last, say it again. The last time that we had Wendy and the Plasmatics here, they did something which I don't think has ever been done on network television before. They blew up a television set, all right, and they sawed in half an electric guitar. Now, at the time, we were videotaping the show here on the 3rd floor while John Chancellor and company were this is why I don't do the news anymore, we're reporting the news down the hall in another studio. And I think in the middle of the stock report that night, we blew up the television set and everybody kind of went like that. So we're doing a little bit later here in New York tonight so as not to disturb the news crew down the hall. Tonight, Wendy is back to play 2 hits that I know are favorites in your house as they are in mine. And she will join us, Wendy O. Williams and the Plasmatics. We have Mr. Rick Horrow with us tonight. He is an attorney from Miami, Florida, who has been appalled by the accelerating violence in major league team sports. Basketball players who run up into the stands and beat up fans because the fans have been verbally abusing them. Hockey players who slam their sticks down and then encounter each other in great fights on the ice. He wants some kind of national regulation to stop what he feels is excessive violence in major league team sports, and we'll talk to him. We have the Reverend Rex Humbert here tonight, who will give the benediction when everything is all said and done. He is a television star, and he is a preacher. He is a pioneer in broadcast evangelism, and although some people find television preachers questionable in many cases, Rex Humbert says that Pray TV is the best and fastest way to spread the word of the Lord. As a matter of fact, he is quoted as saying that if Jesus Christ were alive today, he would be on television. Now let's go to Hollywood, and here is Rona Barrett to tell us what's happening in Hollywood tonight. Miss Rona?
Thanks, Tom. Due to your powerful show this evening, we'll be bringing you only one segment from Los Angeles. Tonight, you'll meet a man who has had the tough job of fighting crime every week on the critically acclaimed series Hill Street Blues, but who's overcome an even tougher foe in his own life, alcoholism. His name is Daniel Travanti, and he'll be here to talk frankly about his difficult battle with the bottle. Thomas?
Thank you, Rona. Lastly, tonight from New York, we have a videotape done by Ron Harris of the beautiful ladies who do the aerobic exercises, erotic aerobics, which we'll show you all, and you all at the end of our show tonight, to tighten up your muscles and increase your tempo, yes. Incidentally, there were 2 commercials, this is level, on the network last night. One for a motion picture called Outland, starring Sean Connery, which opens on Friday. We had him here last night. And another commercial for Bird's Eye Vegetables. Something happened, and at the end of the Bird's Eye vegetable commercial, it said, opens Friday at theaters near you. And that's not true. The movie opens on Friday, the vegetables on Sunday. We will continue with the Plasmatics and all that other stuff right after these announcements. Thank you all for being here. We'll be right back.
When most everything your dog eats is soft, keeping his teeth clean and white may be hard.
Soft, 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 soft.
Give your dog Milkbone dog biscuits, the crunch food. Milkbone dog biscuits in 3 different sizes and hardness helps keep teeth clean and white.
Crunch, 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 crunch.
When most everything your dog eats is soft, nutritious Milkbone dog biscuits give him crunch. Now in cheese flavor, too.
What a tan.
What a tan, what a tantalizing, moisturizing, mesmerizing. What a tan.
What a tan is different. Because while you tan, what a tan protects your skin and moisturizes your skin.
What a tan.
And keeps on doing it, even after a swim. Go ahead. Feel the difference.
What a tan.
Mr. Plastic, do it yourself in plexiglass. We have all the tools, plans, and instructions you'll need to make the plexiglass picture frames and acrylic accessories you've seen in fancy stores at great savings. Come visit Mr. Plastic and get free this do-it-yourself idea book with complete directions. You'll be amazed at how easy it is. Mr. Plastic stores in Farmingdale, Long Island, and by subway in Manhattan at 630 Broadway near Houston Street. Come to Mr. Plastic and let your imagination run wild.
Hi, I'm Joe Lombardi, the inflation fighter. To save you money and to keep our low prices, Eldee has decided to close on Sundays. I suggest You shop other appliance stores on Sunday. But don't buy. Wait until Monday. Then come into Eldee and compare our one low price for cash.
Thank you for having me
Rick Horrow, attorney from Miami, Florida. Wendy and the Plasmatics. After this, for our sponsors and the NBC television station. Thank you, Rick.
Drifting in lies on, so lame, your stupid ideas on. The same, I'm big as a pig, and that's that. You know who you are.
Ed's been working overtime, practicing his serve. He needs a deodorant that works overtime.
My boss is working overtime on a big presentation. He needs the deodorant that works overtime.
Only Old Spice Stick Deodorant gives you both 24-hour protection from odor, plus that famous Old Spice scent.
My son's been working overtime practicing his saves.
Good thing my Old Spice Stick works overtime, too.
Old Spice Stick, the deodorant that works overtime.
What? You're telling me that this juicy, delicious taste has always had less than 10 calories? Bet your lifesavers.
That's my favorite candy. I never knew each one had less than 10 calories.
Yeah, bet your lifesavers. That's cute.
Hey, Mom, okay if I have some candy?
You bet your lifesavers.
Can Lifesavers roll candy add more fun to your life with less than 10 calories each?
You bet your lifesavers.
This is a potato. This is a vegetable.
At our South Shore Inn, that's not all you get with your entree.
That's right, Joey. You get our seafood bar.
Shrimp, clams, fresh crabs, baked clams, oysters, mussels, clam chowder.
Our dessert bar.
Strawberry cheesecake, shortcakes, chiffon pies, layer cakes, soft ice cream.
And our salad bar.
Yes, Mike, and it's all free and unlimited with entrees starting at $10.95.
The South Shore Inn in Rockville Center.
Tender young broccoli, sweet white cauliflower, crisp fresh carrots. Delicious by themselves, but even better mixed together. Bird's Eye introduces new farm fresh mixtures. We start with better vegetables, so we get better mixtures. Broccoli, cauliflower, and carrots is just one of 5 exciting varieties. New Bird's Eye farm fresh mixtures, because when you start with better vegetables, you get better mixtures.
Well, it's time now for another moment in the history of quality television here on the old... When we do this, the crew here in the studio gets these things to wear. The rest of us fend for ourselves. The last time Wendy O. Williams and the Plasmatics were here, they sawed in half a guitar and they smashed a working television set. For reasons not entirely known, I might add. Tonight, Wendy O. Williams and the Plasmatics are back. She recently beat an obscenity rap in the city of Cleveland, Ohio. Whoopee. And she is here now with the Plasmatics to perform a new song called Head Ranger. Wendy and the Plasmatics, here they are!
America, our pride is showing.
Smile, smile, and shake a hand. Spread the dream across the land. America is standing proud.
Proud is what we're really all about. America, our pride is showing.
I got back to basics. I'm getting a lot more good food for my money.
Basics, the new food warehouse. See how much more your money buys at Basics. Detergent, shampoo, cereal, item after item. Meat, produce, eggs, butter. Dollar after dollar, you get more good food for your money at Basics.
No fancy fixtures or services. Why pay for frills you can't eat?
Now there are 6 great ways to get back to Basics, where the whole store's on sale.
Potamkin has a custom family van at a price everyone can afford. $94.88. Yes, $94.88. Complete with captain's chairs, custom paint, icebox and sink, custom wheels, raised letter tires, roof ladder, and all these other extras. Incredibly priced at $94.88. Only at Potamkin. And remember, if this nameplate isn't on the back of your car, you probably paid more than you should have.
You don't
on cheese to choose a fine cheddar. 2 words say it all. Cracker Barrel, so carefully made, so cautiously aged, for the peak of pure cheddar perfection. Cracker Barrel cheddar from Kraft. Our pride, your joy.
You gotta watch Channel 4's 40th anniversary tomorrow, live at 5.
I'm out to do things peacefully. These things have no life. These are, I feel like I'm showing this is materialism, this is, these things are not God. If something has life, there must be some better way.
But have you ever thought about maybe just bringing out a television set and giving a little kiss? You know what I mean? Instead of...
Come on, Tom, let me have some fun.
All right. Since you were here the last time, what did people say after you were on our show the last time? Did you get a good reaction to that?
Yeah.
All right,
yeah,
well,
I did.
We'll see what happens a little bit later on. What's the name of the song you're going to do for us later on with the car?
We're going to do Master Plan, and that's off our brand new album, Beyond the Valley of 1984.
All right, Beyond the Valley of 1984. Wendy O. Williams and the Plasmatics will return. Thanks for coming back tonight, Fred. We'll see you soon. Now sit down. All right. We will continue right after these announcements.
Oh, you finally found your young Prince Charming. Too bad your breath is so alarming.
Brush your breath, brush your breath, brush your breath with Dentyne.
You made her notice you're alive, but she smelled your breath and took a dive.
Brush your breath, brush your breath, brush your breath with Dentyne.
Not even mouthwash can freshen your breath more effectively than when you're chewing Dentyne.
Gee, your birthday party was quite a treat till your breath just knocked them off their feet.
Brush your breath, brush your breath, brush your breath.
The greatest in entertainment.
Resorts International Hotel Casino in Atlantic City.
Frank Sinatra.
Diana Ross.
Barry Manilow.
Don Rickles.
Wayne Newton.
Donna Summer.
Johnny Mathis.
Rodney Dangerfield.
Dolly Parton.
All the excitement.
All the glamour of the greatest names in entertainment at Resorts International Superstar Theater.
Next week, Tom Jones. Tickets at Ticketron or call 609-340-6830.
Resorts International Hotel Casino. The most spectacular showcase in Atlantic City.
All I want to hear is nice music. My brother Phil says...
Learn about illuminated strobo bars, fellas. Study the phase lock loop circuit.
Phil,
Lateral
all I want is enjoyable music.
Don't listen to Phil. Listen to Megatech. Megatech's got all the technology. Megatech sounds so full, it even feels full. Enjoy Megatech's full sound systems. Megatech sounds so full, it even feels full. Megatech, now it's Stereo Magic.
NBC's Hill Street Blues has gathered more critical acclaim than any other new series in recent memory. One major reason for those accolades has been the outstanding work of Daniel Travanti, who plays the beleaguered precinct commander, Captain Frank Furillo. Although Captain Furillo is a modicum of stability, the career of Daniel Travanti can't quite be defined in the same way. He labored in Hollywood for 14 years in a variety of TV roles, including a stint on the popular daytime series General Hospital before Hill Street Blues made him an overnight success. As his series has gathered notices for dealing with honest issues on television, Mr. Travanti has been very frank about discussing a major problem he's overcome in his own life: alcoholism. Good evening. It's so nice to meet you. In a moment, I want to discuss that very serious subject matter. But first, I've got to ask you, considering the fact that Hill Street Blues have garnered all these accolades, how do you really feel with the ratings still being in the so-called toilette?
Well, we were unusual and rare, I think, from the start. And now we are truly unique. We are the lowest rated series in the history of television, I do believe, officially, to be renewed. I guess what that means is that everybody speaks of the ratings as if they're absolutely the gospel truth, as if a survey had been conducted the night before 40 million households, and they tallied up the vote, and it came out 12% are watching Hill Street Blues. I don't know if I believe that, Rona. I mean, I don't understand it anymore. I've been annoyed by it. I've been infuriated by the numbers. I've been confused, and I've been depressed. I think I'm through all of those emotions now, and I really don't care anymore. I don't care. I think we're terrific, and the people who love us are passionate about us.
What kind of reaction did you have the other night? We both attended NBC's affiliate dinner to kick off the affiliates coming to California as they do every year. And when you walked into that so-called funereal tent, which I couldn't make up my mind whether this was the new beginning for NBC being black and white and like a wedding, or whether we were going to a funeral because it was black and white and it reminded me of the colors
New beginning. I'll tell you something, that turned out to be a really festive evening. I loved it, and I admitted to, I was with Joe and Joan Spano and my friend Lulu, and as we were driving in the limousine, I said, I'm willing to admit that I'm excited about tonight. And last year I was a little shaky because I thought we're nobody, we're nowhere, we don't know who we are, they don't know who we are, and it's going to be awkward. This year I was all set to have a good time, and I had an even better time than I thought I would, because the affiliates adore us. They were wonderful and darling and generous. And I had a wonderful time. And I mean, we kept making jokes about working the room. I mean, I tried to get through the room, and I couldn't because they were all so friendly and complimentary.
Did the recognizability factor come into play? I mean, were you more recognizable this year than you were last season?
I'll tell you something. Yes, absolutely. Well, one of the frequent expressions was, "You have no idea how exciting this is to me." And I said, "You're right, I don't. I have no idea." Really? I always think when they get close, they're going to say, "Oh, well, I talked to him for 4 minutes, and he's not so hot." they like Ferrillo. And I like him, too. I think he's terrific.
Let's get on to something a little bit more serious. As we both know, as anybody who watches the series know, Hill Street Blues kind of pushes a new kind of sexuality onto the public. Is it a conscious pushing? I mean, your relationship with the Davenport character is quite unique and quite different, and we find you in very interesting sexual tugs of war.
You know why? Because it isn't pushing sexuality at all. It is pushing a serious, complicated relationship between a man and a woman who respect each other, and who agree to disagree, and who work professionally sometimes as adversaries, even though they both work for the law. I like to remind people of that. We're both on the same side. I put the finger on them and try to, at least on the guilty person, and she tries to be sure that all of his rights are given him. And I think the reason that there's such intensity, at least from the reactions we get, and people like it so, is because it isn't just sexual and physical. We talk to each other and we discuss our problems. We fight, we get hurt, and we care very much, and we also laugh about our situation. And so, and I think, and the sex really is incidental. You know, what's interesting to me is that people think there's a lot of sex going on.
Interesting, yeah.
And when you watch it, you'll realize that it was all very quick. But it is apparently has such an impact that they think it went on for longer. And I said, oh, that's terrific. We must be doing something right.
Do you have any problems with the censors considering the climate out there right now? And you know, we're in a very serious period with the moral majority and with many people in America who really feel that things have gotten out of hand, the sex, the violence, which, of course, your show deals with.
Do you know that there was a report issued by that group, or one such group, and Hill Street was not included? No, they did not. They said, no such thing. There is no gratuitous violence in Hill Street. And you know what? They're right. And I said, my goodness, there are some people who notice that we are not, our violence is never gratuitous. What we deal with, by the way, you may have noticed, but some people don't think of this, though. There's no reason why they should. And we always deal with the aftermath of the violence. We deal with the pain after, the suffering, the confusion, and the torture that the victims suffer, including the policemen. That's in every single show.
I guess that's what so many of us really love about Hill Street Blues. It's a show that really deals with emotions more than anything else. And your character is just He's this wonderful man, Frank. Frank Furillo is just this wonderful man, kind and compassionate and sane and intelligent.
Too good to be true, right?
Is he, Dan?
No.
Is he you? I mean, do you?
Of course.
I mean, it's wonderful to say that, but do you take Dan? I mean, do you bring Dan to Frank, or does Frank come home and become Dan?
Both. I think our people, Stephen Bochco and Michael Kozel and Greg Hoblet, were looking for a fella who seemed to embody to them. As Greg put it to me one day, you know, a couple of things he said. He said, you were a guy who seems to, when they first met me, who seems to have lived a bit. And I said, had some pain, but can laugh about it. And I said, oh boy, it's a good thing you didn't know me 6.5 years ago when I was really heavy. I mean, it was all very heavy and intense. And we went, and he said, we asked ourselves, which of these people could run this loony bin? And I said, oh, my friends would have a real laugh about that. You should have known me in my loony days.
Well, we're going to discuss with you the loony days in just a moment, but we have to take this break. We'll be right back with more of Dan Travanti right after these messages.
Ed's been working overtime, practicing his serve. He needs a deodorant that works overtime.
My boss is working overtime on a big presentation. He needs the deodorant that works overtime.
Only Old Spice Stick Deodorant gives you both 24-hour protection from odor, plus that famous Old Spice scent.
My son's been working overtime practicing his saves.
Good thing my Old Spice Stick works overtime, too.
Old Spice Stick, the deodorant that works overtime.
I got a genuine $89 Sealy mattress for only $19. That's right, an $89 Sealy mattress for only $19. Do I have an offer? So the little lady in the first row, take her money. Oh.
At BedCity, you'll never see a fast-talking salesman, phony sales gimmick, or even a cute ad. I'm Walter Finn, president of BedCity. We don't play games with your money or our prices. We offer only rock-bottom hard prices on every Sealy and Simmons made, along with our sleep-proof policy. Come spend the night with us.
My wife took me to the greatest furniture store in the whole world, Vinocurs. And I want to tell you something. They got everything. You hear me good? They got everything. They got dining rooms. They got bedrooms.
Every major vessel, preventing collisions, protecting lives.
They got living rooms. They got everything and get immediate delivery.
Vinocurs Furniture, McDonald Avenue, Brooklyn, Glen Cove Road, Call Place, Long Island.
Fortunately, the time has run out. I hope you come back again and we can really discuss all of this.
Total pleasure. You're very sweet. Thank you.
Thank you, and you're quite wonderful, and your series is just as wonderful. And thank you very much for coming. And tomorrow, Coast to Coast continues after these messages.
Pardon me, how do you get a 12-pound turkey into a 6-pound bag?
You gotta take the bones out.
Or buy the trouble-free turkey.
A processed roll.
Nope. Golden Star Boneless Turkey by Armour. Real turkey without bones. No bones, no hassle. So you can enjoy turkey as often as you like. Tender young turkey, deliciously butter-basted. Golden Star Boneless by Armour. The trouble-free turkey.
Now that's trouble-free.
In business, you have only so much time. Don't fall behind. Make your time more productive through the Bell Network, the world's most advanced information management system. With long distance, you can call ahead for appointments, resolve service problems, sell your smallest accounts. You are already part of the network. Use it. Put our knowledge to work for you. The Information Management Network from Bell.
Incredible. Incredible Dodgeland does it first. World's largest, awarded #1 Dodge dealer. Customer relations, dealership management, and employee performance. Dodgeland did it with price, selection, and service. Yes, free loan a car when you leave your car for service. First in Dodge sales. Incredible prices say it all. 1,000 new cars, used cars, vans, and trucks. You have to see it to believe it. You're minutes away from one of the world's best automobile deals. Call 467-2900. Incredible Dodgeland.
The better way is the finest way, the finest way.
For a summer cooler, there's nothing like Nestea. Get the 32-ounce mix with sugar and lemon added, just $2.49 at Finast. Nestea is also available in the 10-pack. Stock up for summer. Cool, refreshing, delicious, and just $1.49 this week.
The better way is the finest way, the finest way.
Now, in the last 20 minutes, our crew has been busy here in New York cleaning up all the debris left behind by Wendy and the Plasmatics, and they'll be out here in about 25 more minutes to dirty it all up again. Tomorrow night, we'll take a look back on videotape at some of the more quiet music acts that we've been presenting in the recent months. We'll have superstars like Stevie Wonder, who joined us here during October of 1980. We'll have Hall & Oates and Elvis Costello. You see him right here on your screen, Stevie Wonder there.
With no vivid reason here to find.
Now we ought to see Hall & Oates in a second. Well, if we don't see them, trust me, they'll be here tomorrow night on videotape. Live in the studio tomorrow night, we have the music industry's newest superstar, 5-time Grammy Award winner, Mr. Christopher Cross is here tonight to sing and tomorrow night to sing and talk as we take a look at music in 1981. And don't forget, next Tuesday, our second annual NBC and only NBC Amateur Talent Show. Back with the Reverend Rex Humbert and then Wendy O. Williams and the Plasmatics right after these announcements.
You to know, New York, you are